All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the World Arena Podcast, aka
Wow.
the WOPcast. Today, Firas and I are joined by Acog. Thank you for joining us, man.
Thank you.
So,
Sensation.
we got some balanced patch notes finally. Before we get into them, you guys have both read them. What is your first impressions of it, without getting too into detail?
You're gonna go first, or me?
I'm thinking how to word this. It's like
You can give it a 1 through 10 if you want.
6.
Okay. How about you, Acog?
That's kind of tough to rate it, because I don't think it's gonna change much around RTA meta.
Yeah.
Maybe it touches Siege a little bit because of the Monte being everywhere, and now he's probably not gonna be everywhere.
Yep.
And maybe the Manon, because Manon is mostly in Siege, problem in Arena, and now that's kind of going to affect Siege, I guess, in a way. But it doesn't really change much in the game, so maybe a 5, 6.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, jumping into it, we got our first line here, which is another Manon change, I guess. So she got her stun back to 100%, but now she has the Molly treatment where if you're hitting her, she can't parry. I don't know.
I'm a fan.
I mean, I like it, but it is kind of just like weird. Like, I don't know.
She's more suited now for she's suited like she was before, except she's not a bullshit unit anymore when you take her into AoE comps, right? That's all you ever wanted her to do. But
it feels like they just put her back is like my issue, because it's like now you just use her versus AoE just like you did before, and she's the same unit as she was before because they're clicking AoEs.
But now you can target her though, and without you can mow long her. Right, that was my biggest. Right, that was my biggest thing when I just couldn't. I would lose my Molong S3 into the thin air, just gone. Yeah. Now it's not going to be gone, and I think that alone is good enough.
Yeah, you'll probably still be in situations though where you want to target a real threat and not her, and then you're still if they have a Veronica on the field or something, that's where you want to send your damage, and you still got to deal with their passive. So
yeah.
I don't know.
My favorite comp, Veronica Manon.
That's how these people play. It's 33 lead Veronica and then 3 passives. That's exactly what you fight. But I don't know. What do you think, Acog? It's mostly a Siege thing, like you're saying, right?
I think, Siege mostly, because now Manon in Siege becomes more nukeable, defenses. Mm-hmm. You have a Sierra, Manon, Nora defense where you can just do a booster double damager team, and you kill Manon first, and then you finish off whatever is next. And that's kind of mostly where I see the nerf being useful. In Arena, I mean, you're using AoE comps anyways, so she's going to block anyways on the other stuff. So less of Arena nerf, but for Siege, definitely.
Yeah. And so someone needs to explain this next one to me. So it says effect added. This isn't a unit with a passive. It says increase your defense by 30% when using a skill. Mm-hmm. Where was this added? Is this added to her?
It's got to be that skill.
She's
right?
But it's a passive built into the skill now.
Skill, yeah.
Oh, when you're using this skill? Because right now it just says when using a skill, and it's so you use any skill and then your defense goes up by 30%. It's up by 30% for how long?
But it also doesn't say the limit. How much?
Yeah,
how many
is it just
you can get
forever? You just forever have 30% more defense? This is terrible wording. It's probably the most basic
stuff like that.
It's probably the most basic solution. It's probably just while she's in that form where she's protecting people, she has 30% more. That's probably all it is. But what is this wording?
Oh yeah, when using a skill is probably while she's in that form.
Yeah, while she's using this skill,
yeah, probably. Yeah.
But God, they butchered that.
There's going to be a lot of funny wordings because I know you just started reading this.
Yeah,
I haven't. This is the second I skimmed it right before we started. So final, actually, Dark Cookie getting a cooldown increase on the third
Deserved.
skill. That's
Yeah.
I'm surprised she was even on their radar, but she needed that. So good job.
I'm happy.
Veronica losing her damage. I love this so much.
We're saying that, but I've read some people that were saying that this losing the speed scaling
is everything.
Is it everything?
It's literally everything. You when you switch over to attack power scaling, you basically have to be on crit rate, crit damage to deal any damage at all. Like, this is not going to do damage.
But is it going to still
It's still going to Rika
are they
you.
going to increase it? Like, are they going to remove the speed and not increase the base attack?
Yeah,
I'm sure they're going to increase the attack scaling, but still, just attack scaling skills. It's going to be like attacking with a Chung Pung's S3. Like, yeah, you get the additionals and you get 3 hits per person, but the skill itself is doing no damage at all. That's what this is going to be. But you're still going to get Rika'd, right? Like, you're still getting 3 dots on your head, glancing debuff.
Yeah.
Like,
okay,
skill's still busted, but it's not going to fucking cleave you. So
there was Shrumia saying it was going to be too strong. Still, not
for
too
what,
strong.
Amber or something?
But, no. Not for it's good for Amber, obviously, but for like into Leos or something.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. You're gonna deal more into Leos, but who cares?
I honestly don't think they're gonna increase the scaling that much.
I'm sure they will a little bit. Otherwise, she's literally not going to deal damage. Like, it's just gonna be a wet noodle slapping you.
I feel like they're gonna count more on just additionals and then the debuffs, kinda.
Which is how it should be. If you're gonna put fucking 12 dots onto the field, the skill shouldn't also be dealing 4k per hit. Like, that's not fair. She does more damage than fucking Talisman, and she's a support. And so they just buffed Water Battle Angel's passive so that she doesn't get hurt by this as much.
But it's actually a pretty big buff according to our math boys in the.
That's pretty good. Another 2% off per person, so that's what 8% more, because I think she hits 4 times.
Yeah.
Or wait, is she a random? Is she a random number of hits?
No. Her S2 is the same as Veronica's, right? So it's just
but is it random or not? Is it 3 to 4 or is it just 4? I can't. For some reason, I feel like it's random, but I don't know. Either way, that's pretty good. I mean, that makes her better for RTA, because you're really just trying to deal. You're not building this thing on speed, crit damage, attack. Like, you're trying to just deal additionals, get damage from the passive. Like,
it is 3 to 4, yeah. So it does make a difference. So it's either between 6 to 8 increase on damage, and if they increase the attack scaling of that skill, it's still
you'll deal a
do
little
even more. Yeah, because she wasn't ever a super high speed build, so it could be like in general a lot better for her.
Yep.
But again, depends how you tuned your Veronica. But yeah, I think or not your Veronica. Sorry, Amber. I'm still waking up. But yeah, that's it. I think it's good. I think you might see her actually a lot more in RTA. I think Apps was saying it's a poor man's Asima. Or Obaba was saying that. I don't know who.
I mean, very poor man's, but sure.
Yeah.
Their whole team is not just going to evaporate.
This is still first impressions, and we don't have what reality is going to be.
It's 6% more damage in a perfect world. Like, you're not evaporating their team with 6% more.
Yeah, and also you're losing the speed scaling.
Yeah.
Gotta remember that.
So, but the thing is, Amber never really was built on high speed. So, so if they increase the attack, was it pretty high?
I mean, if you're using it like with a cleave, like
if it's speed scaling damage.
The only person I know that was using Amber was Agent Smith, and his was like 290 to be tuned with his Nephthys and stuff. Yeah. Like, I mean, they're pretty fucking. The people who are using it are pretty fucking fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're probably still going to be that fast just to be tuned and stuff. So.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
The next one's Monty. What does this one even mean? I don't get the wording on this.
It should mean that he will just do less damage. Like it's gonna bring the HP to a higher point when he gets a 1.
The ratio of the enemy.
When he gets a 2, it's just gonna be a
Yeah.
little bit higher. I don't know how much though, but yeah.
I love the wording. To be
Like,
readjusted,
the 1 really
increased.
brings you to low HP.
This is not in
the wording.
This is not even in English. The letters are English, but this sentence is not. Okay, so this is the scariest one on the patch for me, just because. But yeah, okay. So Puppeteer,
Oh yeah.
Fire, Wind, Dark. It has an automatic, no touch, 100% activation rate stun now that also installs a 2-turn bomb on you. Okay, the synergy of this unit with Shizuka is fucking insane. Like, you literally have AoE cleanse block, which kind of sucks, but it's a little bit better when you have Shizuka, who can also just spread it all over the place. You have 100% chance stun, 100% activation rate bomb. Like, oh my god, this is Shizuka's, like, wet dream partner right here. I don't understand.
Yeah.
It's so good, but the only issue is, like, she's even worse versus Shizuka now, because it's like US2 something, and then Shizuka just claps you right back, so...
Wait, who are we talking about here?
Fire Puppeteer.
Oh, well, all of them, you mean?
I was talking specifically about
mostly.
Fire, but yeah.
Oh, Fire just because of the S. I didn't even think Fire was going to... Like, it was... I thought Fire was still off the radar, because the S3 was still...
It's just good with
garbage.
Shizuka, because you can just, like... You can then spread it on a turn where, like, you actually need it. Like, whereas, like, Fire Puppeteer has to dump her load on turn 1 just to get them stripped. And then, like, you might not even need the cleanse block right then, but then Shizuka later can just be like, fuck them. And then she also will have bombs to spread, stuns to spread. It's pretty good.
I understand now.
But you can never use reverse Shizuka, because then you're just getting your own team clapped, so...
Yeah. That makes sense.
That'll be interesting.
I'm looking into the Monty thing right now. I'm trying to remember how much 1 does. A 1 die, but my
1 brings you to like super low HP.
Is it 15% though, or lower?
Something around that.
Because if they're doing it the 1 in 6 thing,
they're just trying to nerf your special league comp for us. That's all. They knew you were going to be too powerful with 4-star league coming around.
I know. My HP comp. Too good.
Don't worry, he only works on siege defense because he's rigged.
I know. I know. Acog, you have Smizer. Do you have Smizer for us?
No, I don't have that.
That's one of my 5 that I'm missing.
One.
Yeah.
I don't have any puppeteers actually.
I think I fed him.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Fucking Scribbles 3.0 over here.
She seems fun now. She seems like a more aggro Gyu. It's like Gyu, but like you're trying to get the Smizer turns as opposed to like the Gyu just stealing turns.
Yeah,
like
kinda, yeah.
It's kind of cool. I don't know. I'm interested to see how she goes, but she's one of my 5 units I don't have, so I won't be able to try that.
Yeah, same here. I got the fire one though. It's very nice.
Yeah, that looks cool.
That.
Next one, the Light Puppeteer and then Zabala getting a speed buff on their skill 2. Like, I don't understand. Like, it's really only good in like 2 scenarios. It's good with when Zabala's doing her turn 1 where she's S2ing herself, and now you have speed buff to like help you get back to your turn to where you S3 them. But then it's also crazy with Shizuka again, because now you have a 2-turn speed buff to spread to your team for free. I don't know why this had to happen. Like, why did this have to be a thing? Someone explain this to me.
It's just the Ethna thing all over again. Just the
like without Shizuka, this isn't much of a buff. Like, it's 1 turn, but you're giving that unit 50 bar anyways. So it's like really doesn't do all that much. It's good when she gives it to herself, because then she has speed buff for the remaining 50 bar she needs to gain to get a turn. And then it's good with Shizuka spreading it. So I don't know. It's actually a little bit of a nerf for her when she's fighting Shizuka, because now she can't not give the Shizuka team speed buff.
Yeah,
it's kind of weird. I don't know.
I mean, everything is a buff for Shizuka.
I know, which is why
Either
like
way
these
you look
patches
at
are
it.
so scary. It's like all I'm thinking in my head is like, how does this fight with Shizuka and how does this combo off of her? That's all that matters. Shizuka runs the fucking game right
She
now.
just absorbs everything. That's kind of how it is.
And when they add this to a unit that's already being used with and against Shizuka, like this is actually going to change the way matches play out. So it's kind of crazy. Another Wind Puppeteer buff, Smizer, she now silences for 2 turns. So 2 turn silence on her passive, 100% activation rate stun with a 2 turn bomb on her skill. This unit's kind of crazy. Like, I don't know. It's kind of cool. I wish I had her.
Yeah.
What are you measuring for us?
Well,
Doing
alright,
a PP
so-
check? Like, what's going on?
PP check. So the Monty's S when it rolls a 1, it looks more like 20%. I'm scared they're actually buffing Monty in a
Yeah.
dumb way.
Well, they're not buffing him. They're doing it so that he takes away less health, so it'll just be even less than 20. Whatever. It'll do
Oh,
like
look.
70 to them. Something
No,
like that.
no.
What do you
Oh,
mean?
maybe, yeah. Actually, no, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just
They're
processing.
nerfing him,
numbers.
yeah. So, Light Puppeteer removes harmful effects on allies and now grants immunity for 2 turns. This is just like another Pontos that we got to deal with, kind of. Where it's
Well,
like
Wait, what does he do? He does attack buff, right?
it's like attack buff, attack
Immunity
bar.
now, and it's attack bar as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's attack buff, attack bar, immunity,
looking
full
right now.
cleanse now.
It doesn't cleanse though.
On a
No, it doesn't.
cool-
It does now. Oh wait,
No,
no,
it
they're
doesn't.
changing that.
Yeah.
Wait, what are they changing?
From cleanse to immunity.
Oh, ew. Wait,
it was
no.
cleanse, attack buff,
Wait,
and
hold on.
bar. And now
Wait.
it's immunity, attack buff, and bar.
So it's Fran, but like a Swift Fran that can boost your bar.
Yeah, it's a Fran for turn 1 better.
Mhm.
Yeah,
How much
pretty
bar? How much bar is it?
20,
20.
maybe.
I'm looking at it right now.
Usable amount.
Yeah.
And she has the good. Oh no, she has the Zabala S too,
Yep.
and she has the insane
Whoa,
33
wait.
attack lead.
So she can attack buff and speed buff your Shimate? Holy.
Whoa.
Yep.
So Dark One, I didn't even read this one because
Yeah, this one is probably one of the biggest buffs.
I didn't
Yeah.
even read it because I was like Dark Puppeteer next. Removes all
No.
harmful effects of an ally under inability effects at the start of each turn. The removal prioritizes the ally with the most harmful effects. Change to you will gain immunity against attack bar decreasing effects. In addition, removes all inability effects on the allies at the start of each turn and increase the attack bar of the allies with the removed inability effects by 30%.
Yep.
So you
That-
can't control this unit, and it's gonna cleanse every turn, whole team.
I don't.
And
How did this get past QA? What happened here?
this is the insane power creep on pattern.
This is the
This is
pattern
a-
power
like,
This is
this is the
1,000
next one
times
of the
better
best
than
ones in the game.
Pater. Like,
Yeah.
What,
Yeah.
this is Pater 10x.
Yeah.
This is Raccoony 10x. This is fucking
And she has this is what's funny about it. She has the good S2 as well. Like
the bomb.
she's the bomb stun, so she's damaged like Patter is with the S2. Except their S1s would be better if they were swapped in comparison to Patter. But the fact that she and I think it awakens into accuracy. So like
Probably.
it's already like easy to build this unit. Patter loses his awakening to a S4 that barely heals, and you can't put artifacts on. So it's like an insane power creep.
Yeah, you can't. Basically, if this unit is on the field, you cannot stun anything.
No.
Yeah, it wouldn't do anything. I mean, you can do it, but it's like useless. And if you no, you don't even want to do it because then you give them 30 bar.
Yeah.
This unit is probably gonna go to like top 5 easily.
The only thing that I kind of like about this unit is it changes the like turn 2 units to a different type because like right now Like, right, if this was like Rakuni's passive, it wouldn't even fucking matter because you can't stun Juno anyways. You can't stun Fire Monkey anyways. You can't stun.
Yeah.
You can't really stun Rakuni. He just keeps healing, keeps doing his thing even while he's stunned and he's cleansing and he's doing whatever. So it's like, hopefully this gets people to pick some units that aren't just fucking immune to everything because they think that she'll keep them alive and save them, and then you just ban this thing and beat the fuck out of them. I don't know. Because it's like right now this doesn't even
this plus Rakuni.
It could be, but it's like this doesn't help a Fire Monkey in any way, shape, or form. It doesn't help a Juno in any way, shape, or form. So it's like,
yeah.
In that sense, I kind of would rather fight this thing than those units, and then just ban this thing and kind of deal with like maybe some more honest bruisers that were picked with her. Hopefully, I don't know.
Yeah. But that's what we want. But
yeah,
I don't think that's gonna happen. Honestly, I think it's just gonna be a bunch of bullshit units with this unit.
Like imagine pairing it with Shizuka, like you just said.
Well, yeah, that's the biggest issue here because now you can't control the Shizuka in any way, and then she's gonna set up a bomb for the Shizuka.
And all you do is set up someone to reset skills if worst case scenario. So you can't be stunned and you can't be put on cooldown. That's the combination team that you do with this fucking dark puppet, right? It's like how Tian Lang fucks up all bar boosters.
And we knew this was happening. Like, it's insane how this happens every patch. Like, the biggest change is some form of a passive unit. And it's like, oh, well, surely there's like some passive counter in here or something. No, there's not. We just got another one added to the pool, and we still have no adequate way of fighting them. Okay.
Anyways,
well,
huge.
Dude, okay.
Yeah,
I asked for this next buff back in like, I'm pretty sure when I used to stream, like way before WAP in like 2020 when I was doing defense cleave with Tyrannus Veligil and stuff like that. I always wanted, but see they didn't do it fully. I always wanted punishment to heal your team, but I wanted them to give punishment to Ariel instead of his S2. So that now Ariel is like an aggressive nuker healer for defense teams. But they got like halfway there. Like we have,
that would be really cool.
Yeah, we have Dark and what's his name, Fermion and Vela now that have a heal for their team, which is super cool. And it's based on the damage dealt, so like you do build like the old fashioned crit damage Vela, try to smack something, give a big heal to your team. I just wish Ariel also had this, so that
there's a high chance I would never ask for a Nobelio ever again in my life if Ariel had that S2.
It's so cool. It would be so cool. Like,
it would actually.
Because this still defense breaks too. They didn't remove the defense break. Remember when they took away Vela's dot when they buffed his defense break?
Yeah.
But then they give him an AoE heal, and it's like, keep everything else. But that dot had to go. Fuck that dot.
Unbelievable.
Honestly, my take on this buff is we're never going to see these units in RTA, probably.
Unless the people who
Even though
own
it's
Wedge
like a cool buff. It's like one of those buffs where, oh, it's cool, but is it better than my Abelio or whatever?
No.
And then like, no.
If it was on Ariel, maybe. See, come to us. I had like you guys 2 years ago.
Yeah, in Siege you might see Dark Archangel.
Yeah,
more now because he can proc a bunch of times, and then the healing becomes actually a problem.
Can't be nuked.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna see him in RTA Bruiser comps. Like he's still gonna pair very well with Rakuni.
Dude, I use him all the time on Stoic's account. Like I just love how fucking invincible he is. He just hits so hard.
I think it's gonna be very good. And I know Apps is looking forward to running some comps with him too.
This really makes me want to do the Wedgeot Zhang Fei team again, where I try to just bop something with defense, and now Vela's actually like a healer for my team. That's kind of sick.
I think we were talking about Fermion, but yeah, like I think this is really good for. I'm saying we keep talking about Fermion, but like Veligil benefits from this quite a bit as well.
Yeah, Vela's still better than Fermion. Like I don't even think that's a question. Vela's still the better unit, and he's getting this buff as well. So Light Weapon Master does 20% increased damage. I don't know what the fuck that means. I don't know how much he does right now, so I don't know what 20% increased is.
That's the main problem people had with him was shit damage, and
Yeah.
now 20% more damage.
That's an
It's gonna be
enormous
like
amount.
raw 20%. I guess it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it.
We'll see.
All right.
Oh, it's an ignore defense. Hold on.
Yeah, it is, but it does apparently. I don't have it, but apparently it does abysmal damage even on ignore defense. So now 20% increase is pretty good, I guess.
I get, yeah.
It'll be like old Dominic.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Yeah.
Okay, so here we start off the bomber train. This was the bomber patch. There was, I think, like 8 or 9 bombers on this balance patch. So John now increases the cooldown of the unit that he puts the 1-turn bomb on.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. It's like, you would think it would be like the other way around. Like, he increased the cooldowns of the other ones that have 2-turn bombs. Because the one that has a 1-turn bomb should get stunned, hopefully. So...
But if they oh no, they can't proc, right? If they get stunned that turn, they can't proc.
They can proc. Yeah, they can
They
proc.
can? Okay,
yeah.
Then yeah, it does still.
Yeah, it helps, but like, how sick would this be if it was the other way around? You reset the other 3 and you put a 1-turn on that guy. That'd be badass.
No.
But this will be
fun. Pretty good buff. Yeah, this is a really good buff though for John.
Yeah, I like John always. This just makes him a little bit better.
Yeah, his base stats are so good for a bomber, so he's always got potential. Another, I don't know, I guess he's also kind of a bomber. Water Demon. So now when he comes back, he gets an instant turn.
Yeah,
fuck Tian Lang. Let's go.
Yeah.
We hate Tian Lang.
He power crept his brother.
Oh yeah, they didn't do it to the dark one. It's just the water one. Well, I mean, good. The dark one's fucking a menace to society.
Yeah, so. Remember that thing? It can't glance either.
Yeah.
Right. The water demon, he doesn't glance, so
yeah,
he's basically just outright better.
Well, if you get to the 12th turn of him being dead, you're probably gonna win that game because you just now, in my opinion, you put him on vampire. Because you know you're getting that turn. You know you're getting that massive ignore defense nuke. So you just put him on vampire. And yeah, if you get to that 12th turn, he's going to come back. Something's going to die. He's going to go to full HP. And then you just go from there.
We love it. But that's what it's like. It's crazy strong, for sure. But it's 12 turns.
Yeah, it's a long time.
If you can build a comp that sustains you to 12 turns, and then this is like your last pick. This is like the respectable version of Douglas. Can we call it that? Right, like you put your opponent on a timer. Like, okay, you want to AoE cleave me or AoE whatever.
Yeah, you better not kill this thing.
No, it's gonna die. It's gonna be on triple net, or not triple net. It's gonna be super squishy vampire just because you want it to die. Turn 1, and then or on them if they fail to kill them and pop off, whatever. What I'm getting at is if you're running a tanky team, let's say like I'm running my old HP comp, I slap this guy last pick and you fail to kill me because I'm just that thick. He comes back and bops you between everyone else doing, then you just kind of deserve to lose at that point. It is super OP.
In the
12 turn timer,
where you don't get reset.
Yeah.
That's the other part. That's why I say super squishy.
Because like you reset him, Chongpong, Oliver, whatever, comes back, skill wants you.
Yep.
It's
that's the downside.
So yeah, another one of those cool units that you probably will never see.
Yep. And thankfully, the buff we've all been waiting for, Chow now heals 15% again.
Oh,
thanks, Com to us. I'm glad he had to spend 2 months healing 10% for no reason. Just for you to put it back.
Actually, I'm gonna root him back up.
They're so. They're just interesting people, man. I don't know what the hell's going on.
This is what because Chow's had an insane history on balance patches, right? And he's the only one where like Comptos puts thought into like maybe it's too strong.
I know.
Maybe it's not too strong.
They draw the line at Chow. I don't know what it is.
Chow is like maybe it's the one guy. There's like maybe they do have multiple people who look at patches, and that one guy who does Chow is the only one putting like forethought.
Yeah, he spends the whole 2 months testing Chow.
Yeah,
to see if his change to Chow will be too good.
His name must be Chow.
Yep.
It must.
It's his
Chow.
middle name. It's like Derek Chow Smith.
But if you like, think about his history, dude. He's been, he's never had a self cleanse, right? Then they gave him a self cleanse, except an ability. Then they added an ability.
Hold on. Self cleanse at the end of your turn.
Yes, that.
So if he had like attack break, he didn't even get rid of it first.
Yeah.
Well,
so then, and he started cleansing at the beginning of his turn without an ability.
Yep.
Right. And then they added an ability cleanse, and then they
added they changed it to two debuffs that you cleanse, but they nerfed his heal.
That's right. And then now they brought the heal back up. This is the only unit that like is meticulously balanced in his whole life. This is the only one. I can't think of anyone.
And then like on the same patch, you have the guy who like buffed Zibala and didn't make her lose anything for at the same time. It's like, what is happening?
His name was on Zibala.
Yeah, this is like this is like clearly just two different people doing these buffs. But Chow is in his final form. Okay, Chow finally makes sense. He cleanses at the beginning. He heals 15%. Like. Still sucks, but we love him. Okay.
Oh, don't fucking say that.
So,
out of respect for the balance, the guy who balances Chow.
Yeah, Derek Chow Smith. Thank you.
Derek Chow Smith.
Good job.
I love how most of these units that get buffed, they're like, "Oh, that's cool."
Yep.
Then it's just never used them.
Yeah, no, you're never gonna use this guy.
Most of them.
I mean, you could use him. Like, there's nothing stopping you from using Chow, but it's like. Every team you would fight with Chow, you'd probably also fight with Douglas, and Douglas is literally not going to lose. Chow still has the chance to lose, so it's like, why pick the unit that still has the chance to lose? I don't get it.
Because Chow is more respectable.
It's respectable, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Go on.
Okay, Okeanos getting a 30% damage increase if they have a harmful effect.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I feel about that. Like, why is it conditional? Just make the guy do some more damage. He already lost an entire hit off the skill, which was a 20% damage decrease when he lost that. So just give him the damage back.
30 per hit is pretty nutty, right? 30 per hit.
Well, it's still just 30% more damage overall, right? So
how it's going to translate, you think?
Yeah. Right. If you deal 30% more per hit, then your overall damage is 30% more than it was before. It was
before the additionals though.
Yeah, well, the additionals don't get this buff, which is the problem. The additionals stay the same.
Yeah,
you're saying it's a problem. I think it's a good thing.
I just don't think this. I still just don't think this does all that much damage. I don't think this is really. I
mean, that's gonna do nothing with all the counters.
Yeah, you're gonna deal
it's just a stun skill. Like no one really cares about a unit that just stuns.
Yeah, it's not good enough. I mean, there is still that guy, Pooh, who first picks Oki in G3. I think he's like rank 50 or something. He's probably happy.
He's gonna love this.
Yeah. GZ Pooh. What's this guy's name? Banananan. He got a buff. Decreases the HP of all enemies except the target by 40% of the damage dealt. Okay.
Sounds good.
Can you bring up your calculator for us? What's 40% of 0?
0.
Ah, shit. Okay, well, maybe next time. Maybe next time, Nananan. Maybe next time, Nananan. Poor Josu. Okay.
At least you got the dots.
Yeah, there you go. The dots deal more than this does. So. Now for the worst part of the patch. Although I had never read the Dark Puppeteer. Maybe that's the worst part. I didn't even read it, so that could be different. But Hey Gang is getting a double buff again. They're double buffing Hey Gang.
That's the title. This is the title of this WAP. Is Who Asked?
Who Asked? And it's just a picture of Hey Gang. He now does 20% bar whenever the enemies or allies remove any harmful effects off of themselves. And then he also When enemies remove beneficial effects of allies, he now also does 20 bar on that as well. So basically, if you get hit by an Ethno, you get 40 bar. Your whole team gets 20, and the unit that got hit by the Ethna gets fucking 40. There's no countering this anymore. Like, you literally, if Hagang is there and you brought strips, you either just have to deal with the consequences or ban him. Like, you're not going to be able to play around this. There's no way.
No.
This is giving more bar than an Escher boost. You can't even use like a bar booster to kind of mitigate it. Like,
just enjoy your death.
How does this keep happening? How does he keep getting buffed? He's so good already.
Who asked? Who asked?
No. This is the best unit on the patch. This is the best unit like in current form, and he's somehow receiving a buff. I don't get it.
Yep.
I don't know. Comp to us. Hopefully you guys see this quick enough to change this, but you really shouldn't do this. This is like,
I feel like they just
too much.
checked his pick rate, and maybe pick rate is bad, and they were like, yeah, this needs a buff. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand how they can just. You can't just buff stuff based on only pick rate.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
it does feel like they do that sometimes. Like, that's how units like Ethna.
I mean, this has to be. How did they come to Hagang? Like,
that has to be how they land on buffs on units like Ethna and Josephine, where they're like, these are units we want to market. We want to make art around them for our SWC and whatever, and no one's fucking using them. We know they're good, but no one's using them. So here you go. They're even better now. Like, there has to be some sort of like ulterior motive to like why you would ever buff those units and buff this unit. This guy is a genuine first pick candidate now. Like, what is even the workaround for him? I don't even know.
yeah.
Like, what, you just pick no strips and then hope that works out, and then the Hagen guy pivots into like a Wusa draft, and now you're fighting a Wusa with no strips, and like, I don't know.
There's nothing. That's it.
Just pick him, just pick him.
Yeah. And like Acog was saying before we started, like, most people fight these kind of like AoE strip teams with Raccoon and Juno, and now you're getting 20 bar every single time the Juno or the Raccoon cleanses something on that side of the field. Like, it's just so good, man.
Yep.
It's so good. I hate it.
I have nothing to say about it except that it's moving to like first pick.
This is gonna fuck the game up. Like, more than anything else on here, this is gonna be a weird ass meta solely because of this. So next up, Barbara.
We love Barbara.
It looks like they're just increasing the amount, so she still doesn't have a baseline amount, which is what everybody wants, because they want to be able to be like, if my best Swift set is not a damage dealer set, can I at least still put it on Barbara and get like 10 bar for my team? They said no, you still got to deal damage, but you'll get a little bit more.
Man, I really just wish they made it boost 20%, 15% bar.
I wish it was like,
that's the skill. Like,
I want it to be like 10%, and if you get your strip, then you get another 10. So it's like,
yeah, maybe
it's like a little bit conditional, but it's not based on the damage, because it's too hard to deal with fucking damage.
It's already hard to use her.
Yeah.
You know, like, why does there need to be conditions for units that are almost impossible to use?
Yep.
Already, like, you have to help them in some kind of a way to be easier to use. And we don't even know how much more this is gonna be. Like,
right.
This
Who
could be
knows?
anything, because there's no description.
What do you think for us, Barbara? The new.
Oh, sorry, I'm busy reading Chow. What?
What the?
Okay, no, I was listening. Barbara. The issue with Barbara is like she's still a fifth pick.
Yeah.
And because all the other high base speed units just shit on her anyway. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's not. This is excellent if there wasn't
Ethna.
7 other high base units that just shit on her anyway. Even if you have 33 lead Barbara and you're fighting 24 lead X high base speed above
Ethna,
114.
Zimbala,
It doesn't
Yonhong,
matter.
Escher,
Yeah, it doesn't matter. The
Like,
list
imagine,
is
Sonya.
insane.
we live in a world where 108 base speed is
Too slow.
bad.
Yeah.
Too slow.
Yeah.
And it's too slow by a good amount, too.
Mhm.
It's literally 11 lower than Ethna, who's like her natural predator.
It's a good buff, but it's irrelevant. This is what's insane about a lot of these patches is that there's actually no, there's this one, but like maybe the 5 or 6 before it. There's been a lot of units that actually got like a pretty cool buff, but it's irrelevant.
But how do you
because
use it? Yeah,
you can't. A lot of stuff is still unusable due to 33 leads. And a lot of stuff is still unusable due to the high base speed units.
Yep.
And a lot of skill 3 units are unusable because of all the passives. It doesn't matter that you buff all this shit when they're just still technically unusable. So, I don't know. And Barbara's in that category now still. She still is. So, that's my take. Back to Chow.
Dark Beast Rider does a 1-turn silence with a 50% chance now. I mean, it's better than nothing, but man, that's bad. Like, Jesus Christ. It's like the worst debuff in the game. I know, right? You have a coin flip's chance of dealing a 1-turn silence.
I don't understand.
Dude, Neff is over here just laughing at these units. Like, Neff just does it automatically on top of every other debuff she automatically puts. And this Beast Rider is like, I have a 50% chance to then have an 85% chance to deal a 1-turn silence.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I still like this unit. I think it's a cool unit. I think it was cool even before this, but...
Yeah.
Fuck.
Why is skill 3 50%?
I don't know.
Move on. Just move on. Fucking
Fire Cassandra.
A good unit in here, though.
Fire Cassandra cleanses herself now when she takes fatal damage. It's pretty good. The only person I see using this right now is Rhino, and she's already pretty good, so that's a nice little buff.
Yeah.
Wind Cassandra. Or do you have something about the fire one?
The juice. No, the wind one, dude. This is
okay. The wind one is good.
I don't like
this. Is exactly
one,
what we wanted from the wind one.
No, but dude,
I don't like this.
This is the exact buff people actually asked.
Well, let me read it first. Wind Cassandra, effect added. Her 3rd skill now hits all enemies with attribute advantage. I don't know. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, Ragdoll. I know you're gonna say Ragdoll, but
well, Ragdoll and still Douglas. She can't. It's not that she can't glance. She just hits him with attribute advantage now. She's still going to, unless she has plus 2,000 attack, she's still going to glance Douglas and get fucking clapped.
But she is going to be plus 2,000 attack.
She's going to have to be. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to use her.
I mean,
let me check her base stats.
Yeah, you're going to build her high tech, I guess. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, well, you have to.
Because you have ignore defense on 2nd skill, so.
Yep. That's the only way.
Good, though. It's good. Mostly against Verds, right? That's the main problem. Yep. Verd was the main problem. Now you're going to push him back. You're going to glance him.
He's going to revenge. He's going to double crit.
Yeah.
He's still going to have 0 bar.
Hey. I still think it's going to be a good unit.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good.
We shall see.
I'm overreacting it. Maybe just because maybe I have a rune set for her.
So
she awakens it to accuracy.
Okay, this is the part of the buff that's actually good, in my opinion. So they now deal 5% increased damage per beneficial effect on yourself. This is already like a 25k damage ignore defense without attack buff. So if you give this thing, like if you boost this with a Draco, for example, even if you get defense buff, you're probably going to hit like 35,000 with triple buffs added to your unit. Like, this is pretty good. Like, I don't know. I like this a lot. And then the other one, okay, I love this one. So I just built this water unit, and it's actually pretty good. I put it in front of my talisman because she has an AoE defense break, and then I can tableau, and then I can slam a wind unit with her. She's that water unit who always crits wind units. But now she gets 100 bar after using her AoE defense break, and then has an enormous S3 nuke. Like, without the defense break, this S3 nuke pretty much already OHKOs Oliver's, just like for context, if anyone's wondering how hard she hits, it's basically an Oko on an Oliver. Now she can defense break it and fucking probably just wipe a Diana off the map or something. Like,
Yeah.
that's
And
sick.
the no touch is pretty cool.
Yep.
It's a nice 4-star.
Yeah, and it's no touch. The light one got the same thing, which is also pretty good, but it's good in a different way for the light one, because now what you can do with the light one is you can use her S3 first, and then just start using the S2 to reduce the cooldown of her S3. And the S3 is a AoE 2-turn stun.
Yeah.
No, wait, is it no touch? I don't even remember.
No, it is. It's touches 50%. Yeah,
50.
No, it's high. Isn't it like 60 or something?
No, it's 50. I'm reading it right now. Ares bolt chart.
It doesn't go up.
I thought it was 40, honestly.
It goes from 30 to 50.
Oh, it goes from 30 to 50. Yeah. It's still sick though, because if you land on 2 units, like it's the same thing as landing on 4, right? You put 2 down for 2 turns, like pretty fucking good.
It's a 2-turn stun.
Yeah, that's the upside.
What's the thing about this? I didn't realize the 2-turn stun.
Yep.
Oh, that's not horrible. Yeah.
Now they decrease the enemy's attack bar, no. This is Bayek. This is Bayek, right? Yeah. Bayek's absorbed now.
25%.
Well, no, this is a triple hit, right?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think so. Might even be a quad hit.
It not say anything. What?
Isn't it? For us, confirm. Bayek. Is this the S2 or the S1? Elite ambusher for Bayek.
That is the S2.
Yeah. So triple hit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, what? Oh, that's S2.
So yeah, you yoink.
I had no idea that was a triple hit.
Yeah, so you actually just yoink 75 bar.
It's a 4 hit.
Oh, 4 hit. So you yoink 100 bar.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Only the water one you're gonna. Well, other than the LDs, I never pulled the dark. Oh, that's the dark one.
Yeah, I have the water and the light one built. I might actually try those.
Did I pull the light one? I don't remember.
Could be interesting. The water one actually has a really good S3 too. So this is actually like kind of nice. I don't know. Maybe more of like a siege thing, but it's still kind of a cohesive, cool unit now. The dark one gains 20% attack bar when the eagle stuns something. Dude, this guy's going to be on every balance patch for 2 years straight, getting 1 step at a time towards being usable.
But he is now, though.
This is not good enough.
I mean, look at this guy.
Although, they changed it so he actually strip stuns now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they flipped it, and he gains bar.
Yeah,
like I can't believe that it was the other way around.
I know. Like that makes no sense.
Wait. Is this the same guy that does Chow?
It might be, but this is the funny thing is still worse than Celia.
No, this has to be the guy that made Celia. It has to
but
be.
It's still worse than her because
it is way worse.
Because he doesn't even get it when like Celia can be stunned and do it because it just happens.
Yeah.
He has to attack to trigger this. He literally has to get an attack off to trigger this. So if he's ever stunned, he just doesn't have any impact ever.
If my theory is right that this is the same guy that does Chow, next patch he'll do that. Don't worry.
True.
It's basically guaranteed. There's no way this isn't the same
That's
guy
true.
that does Chow.
Eventually he'll just be Celia, but it'll be a stun instead of a sleep.
Yeah. And then he'll power grip Celia.
Like I just love how they really try to nitpick with some of these units.
I know.
And then something else just ends up being absolutely completely broken.
Yep.
And then
it's just no holds barred for Hey Gang, but then this guy, it's like we gotta be careful.
Let's just say, I mean, look at the puppeteer, the dark one.
Yeah.
Like what? How do you even
just
think
a total 180? Which that's the type of 180 we need on Lydia's passive, by the way. Come to us. So,
by the way, no.
If you're listening, come to us, see as well.
Yeah.
Acog, hear me out, Acog. If this is the same guy, look, this is Celia's arc begins with Dark Bay. Yeah. All right? Because as soon as he becomes better than Celia, in the next patch or the patch after that, because it'll probably be 2 more patches where he power creeps Celia, then Celia will get that buff.
Yeah, then she will get
I don't know what the buff is. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is it.
3 dot Celia would be a different beast.
You think
It's gonna be
Veronica with
TOA
3 dots was
gods.
scary?
Yeah.
Wait until Celia with 3 dots comes out.
Yeah. So okay, so the
I know.
Ezio's Firewind Dark, they now stun with the S2.
I'm trying to remember what else that skill does.
This
right
is
now.
worse than what it was. I would rather decrease attack bar
Yeah,
than
I was
stun.
kind of yeah.
Because now you're just like, okay, Josephines and shit are a pain in the ass. Units like Juno, you can't decrease their bar.
Yeah.
Instead, you're going to stun them, and they're going to
Why
heal
is-
off of
what?
it.
They changed it.
Yeah, this
It's
is
not
a
an
nerf.
addition.
Yeah.
100%. There's like almost no situation where this is a buff. You'd always rather decrease their bar.
Why? If they changed it to an absorb, that would be sick.
Yeah, they don't understand. They don't seem to get that stuns are completely fucking useless. Like
This was not the Chow guy. This is definitely not the Chow guy.
no, this guy's a dingus. Like
This guy's Dingus.
dude,
5.0.
you now can't fight Fire Monkey. You can't do anything to a Raccoony. You can't do anything to a Juno. Like this is like a significant nerf for no reason.
It's got to be one guy, and he has no idea what he's doing.
He's just
doesn't
pressing
play
buttons.
the game, and he just does random stuff. Like
He's like,
I'm telling you, man.
surely stun is better than attack bar reduce.
Imagine that was absorb instead, though.
I know.
It would actually be an insane unit.
Yeah. Thanks,
Like,
come
he's
to
just
us.
randomly changing stuff and then letting us test it.
Yep.
Pretty
So
much.
the light one here, we have to see. They reduced its damage, so we have to just kind of see how hard he hits. He ignores defense now. Instead of just like right now he just gets a whole bunch of stacks of like bonus damage, and his passive makes absolutely no sense. Or not even passive, it's like technically the third skill's effect. But now they reduce the damage, so it is an ignore defense, but it just depends. How much did they reduce it by? Because it could end up being a nerf. You could just be like, well, I kind of wish I just still could just set up defense break and do like a 100k to something.
Do you know what they probably should have done first, though?
What?
Is change his Res Awakening.
Does he awaken into res? The light?
I'm pretty sure this
Oh
one
my
also awakens into Res. I'm gonna try to double check here.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
You guys know what's missing here?
The Res Awakening? Yeah, he does
missed
awaken
out on
Res.
Altair.
Oh, I thought this was Altair.
How did they hit everyone but
Wait,
Altair?
hold on.
Like all of the AC units got hit.
He
right?
doesn't.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
he doesn't have any of the shared skills. That's
Hold
why.
on. Everything I just described was Altair. I thought this was Altair.
This is the
Okay, no, this is not the unit that gains stacks as the.
No.
So never mind.
Okay, we're on a total misunderstanding.
I thought this
They
was
both-
Altair.
Mind you, your confusion is warranted because I think they both awaken into Res for some dumbass reason, dude. Yeah, they both awaken into Res.
Okay.
Both the Altair and the Light Ezio.
Come to us,
awaken
get it together.
Oh yeah, but we
Fucking-
don't need any changes on the awakenings.
Nope.
We don't.
Ezio Dark increases the damage of the additional attack
Mhm.
on your turn by 100%. Holy! Against light attribute monsters. Okay, moving on.
That's just a stage thing. Move on.
Light drift. Oh my god. the light drift.
Oh,
We know our number one suck enjoyer, Obabo, loves this part of the patch.
I
They're
don't
actually
know.
already-
Dude, I
They're
think
decent.
I love it too.
Acog's the original suck enjoyer, okay?
Wait, are you actually Acog?
Yes.
Please
Yep,
forgive me.
I have all of them
Forgive
built.
me. Forgive me
Obabo
for-
was behind the
for
curve.
putting- Obabo, shut up.
Okay, so
It's Acog's time to shine.
Parting Gift absorbs 25%. Pretty good.
Mhm.
She can already gain 100, right? Does she?
Yeah.
Or, I thought
That's
she
a
does.
lot
She does
now.
5 hits,
It's
right?
5 hits.
Yeah. So
Pretty
she already
sure, yeah.
could gain 100. Now she can gain 125. Pretty sick.
Huge.
Which basically just means now if you miss one, you'll still get 100. That's really like the true.
Yeah.
Because you don't need 125. But Succubus Fire, Brutal End. That's the third skill, right?
Yeah. Now the third
That's
skill
the
resets
AoE cooldown.
for 2 turns and
Yeah.
sleeps.
And sleeps with a 50% chance.
Pretty
That's-
good.
That's pretty nuts. Does that skill get any bonus activation rate?
It's 100% reset. It's 100% reset.
I know, but
2
is that
turns.
via skill ups? Because then that would also go to the sleep, right?
Hold on,
I'm not
I'm checking right now. Let me
I
just-
don't think it has skill ups for
I don't think it does either.
activation.
But
Oh my
I don't
god,
think
I
so.
can't find it. There she is.
That skill
Akia.
was
Yeah,
already
it's pure
pretty good.
damage for S3.
Okay.
For S2.
So, Light Succubus puts all enemies to sleep for 2 turns.
But potentially.
And glances, and slows.
And sleeps.
Well,
No,
yeah,
remember,
that's what I'm saying.
one
Sleeps for
and
2
sleeps.
turns. Yeah.
1 or 2.
Wait, 1 or 2? What does that
1
mean?
or 2.
It's a coin
It's
flip?
50-50.
You fuckers.
1 or 2.
Curse you, Katos!
Remember, I said potentially 2 turns. Maybe they accidentally typed that in, though. That would
I
be
love when they
chaotic,
do
though.
that. It's so
still is
random,
chaotic.
man.
Okay, moving on.
Anyways.
Succubus Water Wind Light. Strike of Rejection. Puts the
Mhm.
target to sleep for 1 turn.
That was the most useless skill too. The one that heal blocks.
Yeah, this still is. You'd still
It's
rather
still is,
S1 because you'll gain bar.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you. It makes
Does-
like
I
unless
mean,
you
unless
really
you-
want to.
Yeah, you specifically need the heal
Unless
block.
you want a heal block.
Yeah, that's
We'll
the
see
only
what-
time you do it.
I don't know. I don't fucking.
Yeah,
It's-
that's still a useless skill. They
That
could have
was-
done
that
something
was a-
different.
Yeah, that's a thoughtless addition. Because let me double check. Hold on. Who has Strike of Rejection again? Which colors?
Water, Wind, Light.
And light one. Okay, because I think that school already. Yeah, it doesn't wake you up.
No,
Attacks without waking up
nothing
the
with
enemy.
succubuses do wake you up.
Yeah, so like that was a stupid addition. It makes no sense why to add that rather
Yeah.
than putting an actual like, they could've
Something
just-
else, yeah. Like
Yeah,
it should be like if you hit a unit that's sleeping, it like reduces the cooldown of your 3rd skill. There you go, come to us. Do something like that. Because otherwise, just click the S1 and gain the
Yeah.
bar. What the fuck?
Because
Get
most
the
of the time
attack
when you
bar.
want
Hello?
the unit you want to apply the heal block to is most likely going to get either it has cleanse itself like the Rakuni, or it'll just be cleansed off when you're fighting
By
that sort of
Rakuni.
team anyway. It doesn't, or yeah, it cleansed off by Rakuni, and that's just one example. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. It was the heal block.
So, Dark One, Night Hag's Scuttle, his 3rd skill. Damage that's proportionate to enemy's attack speed and your attack power is now just your attack power instead of their attack speed, which is generally a good thing. If the enemy is under asleep, the attack will deal 50% more damage. Instead, now it deals Wait, this is why do they have it?
This one is weird.
Why do
description.
they have it with arrows? Because it's saying that it changed to this and then what changed again?
Yeah,
I don't
it's a double
understand.
change.
But like, so this middle part is still happening, right?
Okay, so
and then
my-
this is
my-
added to the end of it. What is this wording?
I think it might be your attack power. If the enemy's asleep, you do 50% more damage. If it isn't asleep, maybe ignores defense.
Yeah, what is
that
this
how it is?
saying?
Yeah,
Is
it makes no sense, but maybe that's how it is.
Your
Like, if
attack-
it's not sleeping, maybe you're ignoring defense.
It's like it's
And
saying
it's
that
sleeping,
it changed
like, oh.
to this, but then changed
I
again.
know.
Is the way
It's
they have it
super
worded.
weird.
So it's like this is the end result, but I'm pretty sure this part is still true. It's now attack power instead of just, or it's now just attack power instead of also based on their speed.
Yeah, but it still has for this specific thing at the beginning of it, it says attacks without waking up the enemies that are under sleep. So
Yeah.
the bonus damage doesn't apply if they're sleeping. It's just gonna do ignoring.
It
defense
ignores
damage.
defense now.
Yeah, without waking them up. Still, that
But
doesn't
you
matter. So
also, oh no, you lose the 50% more damage, and you just ignore.
the ignores. Yeah, so you lose the bonus damage and you lose the speed scaling of that damage. That's how this translates.
But you only ignore 50% of their defense. That's not even
That could
that's
be.
not even good.
It might be good. I don't know, how
Honestly,
many-
this
how many
unit
times does it say it
sucks, and I don't think it's gonna suck less after this. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't think she needs to be a damage dealer first of all.
Yeah, these are like
You know,
these are
like-
like the most pure form of CC family.
Yeah,
like
Literally, both of her skills are CC wise. The first one is normal sleep. The second one
strip
can still
sleep.
sleep.
yeah.
The strip defense break sleep. Like, why is the third skill AoE nuke? Makes no sense.
It doesn't
This was their
seem
chance
like
to,
it's going to do
change
that
you.
much damage anyway. It's only 50% of their defense.
Maybe the multiplier is pretty high on it. I don't know. I think it does make sense that you still want some sort of your CC comp to actually remove units off the field, or help remove units off the field, because that's an AOE, which right? That's it.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
Okay. Now for my biggest pet peeve of this balance patch.
Oh, yes.
So the Kobold Bombers now, instead of automatically landing as a crushing hit, will just not land as a glancing hit. This is so much worse. Because, for one, they already don't do any damage, right? They're built on speed, attack, and accuracy. That is it.
Yep.
They're not on crit rate.
Yep.
They're not on crit damage. You're not dealing any... Like, you're not getting punished by the fact that this is always a crushing hit. Except now that it won't land as a glancing hit, you activate Ragdoll when you click these AoEs. Because you can now crit. You activate Rag, you activate Arda. This is so astronomically stupid. Like, I don't...
I fully agree with you. I don't know why. And same with, obviously, the scroll down. I want to include Gemini in this discussion, right?
This makes me so sad,
whatever.
bro.
I forgot there was stuff in between them, but yeah.
No, there isn't.
Well, okay.
It's
Ran is pretty cool. Aside from Ran, though, like it's as if they are aware of obviously Ragdoll. No shit, they're aware of it.
Yeah,
and it's like they did this intentionally to keep Ragdoll the fucking poster boy.
It's a nerf in every aspect. Like, why would they do that?
Gemini in this discussion, because you want to use these bombers. It's not like they had a increased usage against Ragdoll comps with this patch.
Yeah,
but it's just like a stupid add-on to annoy people. You're not going to build crit rate. You can't. You need the accuracy.
Yeah, you need speed, attack, accuracy. Like, you're not going crit damage on a bomber. That's the complete opposite of what you're aiming for.
Crushing hit still did it.
It was perfect.
Decent amount of damage anyway. It was like what you want.
It was the perfect skill.
Like, nobody remove the damage increase. Remove these 3 lines of text.
Yep.
Just fucking chuck it out the window. This never happened. Remove it. It's still not too late. But the S2 buff is still pretty good.
Dude,
remove those 3, make the unit worse.
Now let's get to where they killed my comp, because this makes me so fucking mad, dude. More sad than mad. I'm just like, I wasn't planning on cleaving the whole season anyway, but like, fuck, man, I guess it's ending early. So
yeah,
they did the same thing to the Brownie Magicians. Their S2 AoEs, instead of always landing as a crushing hit, now just won't glance. So if anybody has seen my streams or Acog doing my wings semi-recently, the whole point of my comp is to boost with Draco, strip with Escher, strip with Shimite or Talisman, do a Tableau, reverse, get the turn again, AoE with Draco to defense break, and then use either Shimite or Talisman's AoE damage. Like the fact that I can now crit when I do my Draco's S2 for just no reason, just because CompToUs says so now, it just like, just throw it out the window. Like my team went from great against Ragdoll to I can't use it. Like what is going on?
Nobody fucking wants this, I think.
This is so sad.
Yeah.
And then they did the same thing to Gemini. They buffed Gemini so that now he doesn't have a condition. He'll always remove one beneficial effect and do the defense break on his S2. But now he can crit. So...
if they were going to screw over Draco, they would have at least buffed his S3 too. So that
something, yeah. This is just like, I just caught a straight bullet.
This S2 thing is a nerf. They did it for... Gemini specifically because they don't want Ragdoll to fucking die still. I can't think of any other reason to do this other than they want to still keep Ragdoll in their good books.
Yeah, like why else would this even make its way onto a patch? I don't... Why is this even on their radar?
Or maybe we're giving too much credit to CompToUs that they actually think this deep. You know,
I just don't even know like why they would even be thinking about
damage
this.
Because you're gonna build these units on crit.
Like, is there some crit damage Gemini build out there that like I haven't been made aware of?
Like I'm not even kidding. That might be the reasoning. Because like sometimes we think of CompToUs like that they're thinking too much.
Yeah.
But when you look at some of these buffs and nerfs, like it looks so dumb. You know,
Yeah.
maybe it's just I don't know.
It's like you
Except
give Hagang the buff of the century on the same patch that you buffed Gemini, and then you nerf Gemini by making him be able to crit. So now if someone literally just owns a Ragdoll, 40% of G3 by the way, and picks Hagang, you cannot win. You can't win. You're going to click your S2 with Gemini. You've obviously banned the Hagang because that's an automatic win for your opponent.
Yeah.
And you're going to crit. And now you're going to get cut anyways, and now your cleave is going to get fucking
A Gemini is
reverse
a
booty clapped.
non-option. It's a non-thought of, do I ban Gemini? No, you leave it and die.
You just
Or you leave it and win.
The Ragdoll players, they just use the Gemini against you now. They're just like, go ahead, click it, bitch.
Ragdoll, Hagang, Leo.
Yep. Go ahead and click it, bitch.
The potential return of cleave immediately rose
Shut
up
down.
and shut down at the
Just
same
fucking slam dunked. Like the same.
two
We
lines
thought
right
we were
next
getting
to
a
each
slam dunk, and then we got posterized. Is what randomly happened. Like I don't. This is so upsetting, and I don't know why this. Why is this skill even on your radar to increase the damage of? Who the fuck is like, man, I really wish my Draco just hit harder with S2. I really wish my Orion just did a little bit more S2 damage. Like, no, it doesn't exist. That's nobody.
Well, they just increase the damage and don't change the glancing. Like,
But even then, it's like, why? Why is increasing the
shield
damage?
It is a thing. Like, even my Gemini, when I ran
Yeah,
my
Gemini specifically, yeah, he wants to
I'm talking
break
about-
shields, but
yeah, that's my thought process, because I use it with Hunwall in Siege and for the other Guild War thing, that PvP one. Because I use my Gemini, I actually put it with high enough attack and additionals to break the shield, so it applies this strip defense.
Wait, this counters Miles. Oh my god.
Oh,
Miles, get fucked, Miles.
Wait a minute. They thought of everything.
I thought of it all. We're the ones that
Yeah.
think.
They're way ahead of us.
And I wish the Chow guy.
And this is that like
this.
Dover is like one of my
Dover.
favorite like units to kind of use every once in a while. Like give him a juicer set and just like have fun for a little bit.
Yeah.
He just catches a stray bullet too.
It's a nerf. You can't justify it. There's nobody that's gonna look at this and justify that they needed a glancing hit.
Yeah.
Or won't land this.
So this is awful. Like this is literally like I might actually like once we post this, I might clip out this part and like post that to Reddit or something. Just like try to find some way to like get it out there before they put this in. Like this
Speaking of
line
Reddit.
and these lines. Just don't do it. Don't do it, please. Like we like the crushing hit. The crushing hit is
Yep.
great.
Yes.
I don't know. And then
But-
for you.
and then the balance patch just ends because they feel that every awakening and leader skill is exactly what it should be. They are.
That's the most mind-blowing part for me.
I know.
When I scroll down, like we have like so many res awakenings, so many messed
Yep.
up leader skills. There was nothing at the end. Nothing. One error fix.
I don't know what to say, man. Like this is like everybody is like just waiting. Like you read this and you just have it in the back of your mind like something below here is getting speed awakening or something like that and the meta's about to shift. And then you get here and it's like there's nothing. There's not a single line of anything. There's no damage dealer that's randomly getting a crit rate awakening instead of its res awakening. Like, what happened here? They just run out of time? Like, half the Assassin's Creed units awaken into res for no reason. They're all attack type, aggressive turn 1 units, and, like, literally half of them are awaken into res. No reason whatsoever.
I think you should do that, Clip. I'm not seeing anyone talking about how they're nerfing. Like, fuck, the Gemini thing is so good,
Yep, so good and so bad at the same time.
Because it really was going to be like almost like anyone with like a certain rune style or rune. My God, what's the combination of words we're looking for? I can't remember. But like anyone who could like has the luxury of last picking a Gemini into a ragdoll comp.
Dude, but like you could have purposely done it into like you could literally put like your best Despair Will set on Gemini and literally use it specifically for Ragdoll Leo. Like you would have a no crit AoE strip defense break that can't be pushed back by Leo because now you can have Will runes. Like you could have actually specifically used it for Ragdoll Leo, and now you can't use it versus Ragdoll Leo because they'll just crit and give them bar, and then they cut, and then they do their thing. It's like,
yeah, that's considering you're banning the Hay Gang.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, the Ragdoll Leo are staying because the Hay Gang's got to go.
Thank God for the slight Hay Gang buff. While good on paper, control meta was still too oppressive to find any good counterplay. The change is not monumental, but it helps.
It is. But see, this is what happens, and I do think this is like one of the main issues with Summoners War balancing. They take comments like that to heart. I think they read that shit because there's no other explanation for some of this stuff. Like
this guy, I'm not harping on him, and he has that. You know how Reddit gives you like a little. What's it called? Like a little sticker, not a sticker, like a little text that carries with you every time you comment. His is tired of more.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I agree with the guy.
I mean, I'm tired of more too, but like that doesn't justify this.
Nerf the more, not Hay Gang.
Yeah.
Because now, I was talking to Glory.
Every AOE strip eats shit, and single target.
The tuning for his Wounsa is now increased. It's significantly higher. You have to be in the 190s to not get cut by a Hay Gang now with a Wounsa. And then now you're more is now Hay Gang is now better into more, sure. It is. But nerf the more instead of buffing the fucking Hay Gang.
Yeah, I feel like people fail to understand that we here are not like trying to simp for a specific playstyle. We just want units that are too good to not be too good. You know, like
did I switch comps every day? Like I don't even
Yeah, it's really not about a playstyle that we want to be good or bad. It's just if something is too good, man, it kind of has to be nerfed for you to balance the game. If you keep buffing units like that, you're going to create more problems.
Yeah.
You know, so that's not really how you do it.
And it always creates the predicament too of like, how are you ever going to release new units that aren't total ass? Because it's like, what power level of a strip unit do you need to create that Hay Gang doesn't immediately invalidate? Like the unit, if the unit has a strip and it's not super unbelievably cracked, it is dead on arrival. There's no...
Yeah, they're going to have to release a unit that strips and pushes attack bar by 100% without touching the opponent.
And increases their cooldown, so you don't put a debuff, but you still like do like some
have
CC.
To be the next stripper in the game.
And nobody sees this as an issue. Yeah, I remember like the thing I've been delaying to do because I really want to do this, and I've spoken with Ziggy about it before. This is like 2-3 years at this point, where I want to make this kind of like a list or like a diagram or a graph where like you would have one unit and it shows how many boxes it fills and like things that a unit can do between pushback, between stripping.
Oh yeah, I started making that Excel sheet, but we never followed through with it. Yeah, I do remember that.
We need to do it because it's not only to show how certain turn one units, or just a unit in general, too much, but also show like if you put a counter unit, what does this unit counter? And it checks off this. Yeah. And then you see like, oh wait a second, this unit's ridiculous. It actually invalidates an insane amount of units. Like the Douglas, or I'll just say I hate talking. People hate me talking about Douglas. But let me say Douglas. Douglas immediately counters all HP types, immediately counters practically all HP. Let's say 99% of HP.
All defense types, all support types.
99% of defense types, 99% of support types, and like maybe 50% of attack types.
Yeah.
Even if you say water, whatever. So then you say like, wow, that's a ridiculous amount of units this single thing counters. Then we put in, as an example, now Heigang, buffed Heigang, counters practically all strips.
Yep.
Except maybe Chiwu is debatable.
No, Veronica's the only one. He doesn't counter. Veronica's the only one.
Chiwu, Veronica, Nick. I hate saying Nick.
Yeah, I guess technically.
Nick still applies.
I guess technically.
People might say Triton, but then like you have to understand that there's fire element, there's 15% resist on every single possible check. Like that's if everything goes perfect, maybe you're countering the Heigang, but like it's Summoner's War, you know, that's like a 1 in 1,000 wings maybe.
And you know the Heigang's sitting next to a Verd. And then they picked something else that was like a super hard counter pick to you last, and that's the unit that you had to ban. So now the Heigang's through and the Verd is through, and it's like, well, here we go.
And here's so that's 4 strippers that I think we came up with together. But then there's the other part of it where now he's a lot better with a Tian Lang now, right? I use Patter with my Tian Lang all the time, and even though Patter will only gain 10 bar instead of 20. 10 bar is huge. People don't understand 5% increments of bar is insane in this game because 15 bar equates to practically 50 speed, 5-0. So a 5 bar being a third of that, which is help me out.
Like 17.
17 speed, there we go.
16 and a half.
Or like, is that no, that's 39 I'm picking up. No, you're right, sorry, yes. Like 16 and a half of speed that you just gained through. This is what I was saying, like you're tuning for a Wunsa comp now. Has now the gap of that increase. I can be in the 170s with a Wunsa. I have to be in the 190s with a Wunsa in order to fucking pass this Heigang comp. If I leave it in, that's nuts, dude. That's nuts.
Yeah.
And then now I can draft Heigang Tailline together. I used to do it a little bit, and I would punish people who were too slow. But even if I'm cutting 5 bar gained in half, I'm getting 10 bar. If I'm already screwing up your gain with Tianlang, and you triggered his, so he'll gain the 20 bar, and then I gain 10 bar on top with Heigang. It's nuts. It's nuts.
And like what it ultimately equates to though is like you're just not going to use a Wunsa comp because for one, you're not going to put everything in the 190s. It's not worth it. You're going to lose too much tankiness. You're going to be hard countered by passives. Like, it's not worth it. But then the other thing, too, it's like you're not playing 1 versus 1. It's not Wunsa versus a Heigang. Like, there's going to be a Nemesis unit over there, too. So now, what do you need to get more bar than Heigang gives and more bar than the Nemesis Will unit gets from Nemesis plus Heigang's passive? What are you going to be like 210 on everything? It's not going to happen. You're going to get cut by the Nemesis unit every single time. Like, and then eventually, after that happens enough times, you're just going to stop using Wunsa. You can't use Escher anymore. Heigang straight up just gives more bar than an actual bar booster. So you don't just ban Heigang every time. Now you just stop using Escher. That's all it ultimately does to the game. You just stop using the unit.
I was going to mention that too, where if you boost with Escher now, it's not even a viable strategy.
No, you literally can't. You will get cut every time.
Like, this is the dumbest way. If this was their intention for more, this is the dumbest way to nerf more. Just nerf the fucking more already. Nerf. We need a nerf apocalypse. I'm starting to fucking spread this.
Well, because that doesn't even work anyways. Because you know the people who pick Heigang the most are probably going to be the more players. They're just going to have both of them.
This is the absurdity. And another thing, then now think about Heigang Rikuni in a 2v4. Like I can see 2v4s happening with the combination of Heigang Rikuni.
Yeah.
Tell me you can't with a despair Heigang with a good despair set.
Yeah.
And
every time Rikuni cleanses something on your own side, you're going to get 40 bar.
Mm-hmm. What doesn't have a S1 stun or an S1 debuff other than the Zabalas, the Puppeteers, and the Dragons? I don't know that you're going to see.
True, we could use Grogan versus him.
Oh, baby.
It's finally his time to shine.
You think Heigang is a good addition to your turn 2 comp? He's even better
for turn 1.
For turn 1.
Yeah.
Into your I don't know. I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say like Heigang's first pick territory now, where like I don't see how it
there's not really any downside anymore. Like, you're going to be fine versus teams that go passives with cleansing and stuff. You're just going to get that 20 bar. You're going to be fine versus turn ones that try to strip you. You're going to get that 20 bar. Like, there's really no downside. And then he's also your AoE strip with AoE glancing, which is better than I think a lot of people give it credit for too. So,
yeah,
it's tough. But I don't know. I mean, I'm still interested to see how this kind of plays out. I'm going to try my cleave. I think I'm just going to play like 2 ragdolls, get super frustrated and stop, but I'll give it a shot. But yeah, if you guys have any final thoughts, we can end it there. I mean,
we didn't actually talk about the Rakshasas. The dark one.
Okay, you can talk about. I gotta pee, so you can talk about the Rakshasa. 1 sec.
The dark one is better than Firebake now in terms of like actually getting it. That's a 4-hit skill. The dark Rakshasa. That's pretty nuts.
What does she do? Decrease?
No,
guarantees the stun.
No. This is the defense.
You mean the water one?
No. Rand. The dark one. I'm talking about Rand.
Dark Devil's Whip. That one?
Yeah. So each attack, instead of it changes defense now instead of depleting bar.
Oh.
And then
each attack has a 75% to decrease defense.
So you think Han was busted?
Down.
So if you ruin this, are you process? This is a nutty unit.
Is she like a Han? What?
She's better than Firebake, and she's better. No, she's not better than Han, but she's a different version of Han, if you ask me. And she's not going to be as tanky as a Firebake. But if you're Firebake,
bar, though.
If but she kills.
Okay,
and I think that 75 goes up to 85. So it's an 85% chance to land a defense break on 4 hits.
Alright, so you're killing a unit, and then your cooldown goes.
No, and she still decreases bar. The only thing
decreases bar.
Yeah. Let me double check if it was an absorb. Yeah, it decreases bar. The guaranteed stun, if the bar is at 0, is changed to defense break.
Wait, so how much does she decrease per hit?
For bar?
Yeah.
30%.
Okay.
And
that's
that's
100% or 85.
It'll be 85 as well.
Okay.
And then the defense is going to also be, so it's going to be 85% chance to decrease bar 30%, decrease defense for 2 turns with 85% chance, 4 hits.
Yeah, it's kind of like a reverse Han.
Yeah, but if she gets the kill, her 3-turn skill goes down by 1 turn. So it's already on a 3-turn cooldown, fully skilled. That's going to go down.
Imagine if they gave her like bar up instead of push.
Yeah, that's what her S2
you're
is.
Killing. Oh,
that's her S2. Attacks the enemy 3 times to absorb by 20%.
Oh, is that like the wind Rakshasa?
Yes.
That's the same one, right?
I think Ran is actually a pretty sick unit, and Ziggy should probably consider her. Like, I don't know.
I mean, she has good one-shot potential for sure. I
She's
don't get the pushback though. Like, why pushback on the skill that's gonna kill?
Well, it wasn't always intended to be that way, but at least it's like a backup if you fail to kill, as an example.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
And she does awaken into crit rate on top of that. Like, and she has 104 base speed. Like, it's actually a pretty decent unit.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
What is her leader skill? Is it attack?
Attack. 25 attack global.
Okay.
Okay, did you get the Rakshasas out of your system? We good?
No, just Ran. The other ones don't matter.
Oh.
Well, actually, the fire one's pretty cool, but it's not like it's a meme in RTA.
Do you guys remember Shredded Puzzle? Fire Rakshasa?
Hell yeah, dude. We got to get him on the podcast. Apparently, he's back playing the game.
I think he. Hold on, let me go.
That'd be epic.
Is he still uploading? I saw he was back, but I don't know if he's still.
I don't know. But all right. Anyways.
Yes.
That's it. Thank you guys for joining. We're overall we feel pretty decent about the patch, but there's just a couple of huge mistakes that could potentially sour the whole thing. But we're just gonna have to see what happens. All right. Peace.
Peace out.